Hello, and thank you to Revista, KametSa in Lima, Peru, for this opportunity to share poetry with you. My name is George Wallace. I'm coming to you today from New York City for World Poetry Day. This poem is entitled A Devil's Bargain, Persephone's Song. I was a child. I wore my hair in braids. Flowers grew in my footsteps. My mother loved me. It was always spring. And when it wasn't spring, it was harvest. There was grain and pumpkins and grapes purpling on the vine. My mother was my harvest song. And the people were well fed and knew the deal. Until death came along and kissed me on the lips. I will make you my queen, said death. So I went home with death and ruled by death's side. And flowers no longer grew in my footsteps. And I no longer braided my hair. And I sat on death's throne and listened to the terrible, mighty songs only death knows. Songs of the wicked, songs of the damned, songs of the just plain, ordinary dead. All the songs that lie beyond the grave and give solace to the no longer living. All the choruses of the damned which emanate from hell's bloody mouth. And I learned to love their songs, as a queen is meant to do. And it was all okay. A devil's bargain. Until my mother got in the way. She was lonesome and depressed, and before you could count the hairs on Hera's head, all the grapes withered on the vine, all the grain turned to ashes in the mouths of the people, and all the crops blew away. The harvest was ruined, and the people suffered. They no longer knew the difference between being alive and being dead. And the noise of the suffering was too much for everybody. Too much. More terrible than wind or snow or rain. Terrible to me. Terrible to my mother. Terrible to the ears of the gods. And I no longer loved to hear death sing to me. So now I spend 6 months of every year on earth, braiding my hair, pretending to be my mother's child. And I spend 6 months in hell, in the arms of my spouse, the great Lord Death, pretending to be his queen. Nobody's satisfied. Everybody knows the deal. Everybody's depressed and down at the mouth, on earth as it is in hell. It's just the way death likes it.